All right, welcome to the sunny side. We get on with our conversation right now. It's 5 minutes past 1. Like I was saying earlier on, we all must have heard by now that the presidency has named Chisco and others as participating companies that would carry on with, ferrying transporters or people who are moving from one part of the country to the other with a 50% slash in transport fares. I think that's a good one. The presidency revealed that the companies that will be participating in the 50% slash of interstate transport fares approved by the President Bola Tinubu, he approved the reduction as well as free train rides for Nigerians starting Thursday, 21 December, which is today, to January 4, 2024. The Minister of Solid Minerals, that is Dele Alake, while announcing this gesture to State House correspondents at the Aso Rock Villa on Wednesday, said Nigerians are willing to travel or who are willing to travel can board public transport via minibuses, luxury buses at 50% discount of current costs. So for those of you who want to travel and had to give up on that because you feel or felt that the transportation was just too high for you, I think this is an opportunity. 50% is not so bad, right? So imagine if it were 15,000 to your destination. Right now, what you just need to pay is 7,500. Or if it's 20,000, now you get to pay 10,000. So I think that's a good one. Okay, it's really a commendable one to think that the federal government or the president is bearing in mind Nigerians and the hardship they're going through, and wants to come in and step to abate the hardship at this time because of the burden that will be on Nigerians if they have to spend going and spend coming. But then you have to be mindful that if you go home now, by 4th of January, at least if you still want to enjoy this rebate, you have to come back by 4th because the largesse or this magnanimity ends on the 4th of January, okay? Meanwhile, the special advisor to President Tinubu on information and strategy, Bayo Nanuga, has revealed the 5 participating transport companies in the scheme. So you listen carefully and be a part of it, or go quickly now and see how you are able to find your space. GIG, that is God is Good. I mean, they're everywhere, right? GIG is one of the companies that if you want to travel, you can demand your 50% because the federal government has given a rebate on that. Then Chisco Transport is one of them. Apart from God is Good, you also have Chisco Transport. Then Young Shall Grow. The Young Shall Grow Transport Company is part of it. Then you also have God Bless Ezenwata and then Area Motors. Most of those travel down south, southeast, southwest. I'm sure you would find a space for yourself, hopefully. So do what is needed. All right, let's just listen to a bit on what the head of the committee, Mr. Dele Alake, said with regards to that. Then we'll come back and take other stories as we begin to take your own comments. You can join me on YouTube, streaming live, or Facebook. Our YouTube is Nigeria Info Abuja. And of course, our Facebook page is Nigeria Info 95.1 Abuja. Please join me there. Drop your comments and messages. I'd love to hear from you. But in the meantime, let's just hear quickly an excerpt of what the Minister of Solid Mineral Resources had to say with regards to the rebate on transportation or transport fare being slashed by 50% by the federal government.
Good afternoon. Let me begin by wishing every one of us and all Nigerians compliments of the season. And it's our prayers that we all have a joyful and pleasant holiday season. In the spirit of Christmas and the end of year festivities, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, in another demonstration of his love for Nigerians, has approved that the federal government should intervene to bring down the cost of public transportation to allow our compatriots who want to travel to visit their loved ones and hometowns to do so without stress and the extra burden imposed by the high cost of transport around this period. The President is well aware of the recent increase in cost of interstate transportation and even for air travel. Traditionally, therefore, our people love to travel during Christmas and end of year to be with families and friends, and this has been the practice for ages. We also know that globally, intra-country travels and movement of people, goods, and services always peak around Christmas and end of the year because of socio-gravitational pull of the period, which transporters always cash on to increase fares astronomically. In recognition of the economic situation of the country, which the president is working hard to turn around, President Tinubu wants Nigerians to be able to travel within Nigeria to wherever they want to go to meet their loved ones without the extra burden of paying exorbitantly for interstate public transportation. It is in this wise that the president is announcing through us that beginning from tomorrow, that's the 21st of December, Nigerians willing to travel can board public transport via minibuses, luxury buses at 50% discount of current costs, and all our train services on the routes the trains currently serve at zero cost to and fro on their travels this holiday season. This special presidential intervention will commence tomorrow, Thursday, December 21, and it will end on January 4, 2024. The federal government, through the Ministry of Transportation, will be working with transporters, road transport unions, the Nigerian Railway Corporation to seamlessly deliver on this special presidential initiative. From tomorrow, therefore, Nigerians wishing to embark on interstate travel to any part of the country from Abuja, Lagos, Kano, Kaduna, Enugu, Port Harcourt, Owerri, all the major centers to their respective states will be able to do so at half the cost. The federal government, under the leadership of President Tinubu, is working very hard to make sure Nigerians have a memorable and happy holiday season. The president has already directed the police department and the Department of State Services, the military, and all other security agencies to work collaboratively to ensure the holiday period is safe without any security breach in any part of the country. While we wish all Nigerians a great holiday season, we implore everyone to be law-abiding, be security conscious, be our brothers' keepers, extend every goodwill to our families, friends, and neighbors. We should continue to work within our spheres of influence to make our country the very best we all desire her to be. While we celebrate and enjoy all the social activities that come with the season, let us also remember to celebrate in moderation. On behalf of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we wish all Nigerians Merry Christmas and a happy and prosperous New Year in advance. Thank you very much.
All right, so that was the Minister of Solid Mineral Resources, Dele Aleke, trying to, or informing Nigerians of the largesse or the help, the palliative the government is offering to Nigerians at this season, knowing fully well that's a culture, it's a tradition that Nigerians get to travel. And so being considerate of that, I mean, the government is stepping in to reduce the hardship of having to pay bulky amounts to travel home and come back. That will go a long way for some people who find that fancy enough and would want to key into that. But if you don't intend to travel, then all the same, railway transportation is absolutely free. All you need to do is just go on the online platform and get to book. Hopefully you get to find a space before the seats get filled up, okay? So that's one. And then the other story that we are looking at this afternoon is the fact that the Port Harcourt refinery is said to have started refining or production, you know, and guess what? 210,000 barrels is being said to have been, or the refinery commences refining 210,000 barrels per day. The refinery commenced operation, it was said yesterday in December 2023, according to a video that was uploaded on X, the former Twitter handle, or the former platform known as Twitter. The refinery's flare indicated commencement of oil refining. And this is coming months after the Minister of State for Petroleum, that's Mr. Heineken Lokobiri, disclosed in August that the Port Harcourt refinery will commence operations in December of 2023. And the objective is to ensure that the country stops importing fuel. That's what the minister said when he was announcing to Nigerians that we would commence the production. Our refinery will come back to life. And the NNPCL also declared that importing petroleum products into the country will cease by December of 2024. So these are very lofty and very weighty promises that will go a long way at changing the tide of things if it is kept. I know we've talked about the refinery coming to life. Nigerians have been asking questions. Well, this would most probably settle the curiosity, going by the fact that pictures are out there of the flare, and also it is being told or said that it is 210,000 compared to, I think, the 350,000 capacity or barrels that will be produced with the Dangote refinery. Okay, so I think we're making progress somewhere. Okay, the Group Chief Executive Officer of the NNPCL, Military, said, I can confirm to you that by the end of December this year, we will start the Port Harcourt refinery. When they were making that promise, early in the first quarter of 2024, we'll start the Warri refinery, and by the end of 2024, Kaduna refinery will come. So, yeah, going by their words back then, December of this year, they will start the Port Harcourt refinery. Then early in the first quarter of January or in the first quarter of 2024, then we should be expecting that the Warri kickstart, and then before 2024 ends, then we would have the Kaduna coming on board to join that. And you know what the implication of that is? All that we're paying so heavily for by way of the dollar controlling our spending in Nigeria because we have to import, and so you have to pay the dollar equivalent, which has really gone high over the roof. That would be a thing of the past. So we might most likely see a crash in the prices, right? That's what this means. If we don't have to pay in dollars anymore, then we're producing locally. So we would now have some sort of succor from that. In March 2021, the Federal Executive Council, if you remember, approved $1.5 billion to rehabilitate the Port Harcourt refinery. And accordingly, data revealed that Nigerian government had spent that's about 11.35 trillion naira, which is an equivalent of about 25 billion. I remember many people were saying, like, why don't we just build new refineries? Why spending so much? Other countries' statistics has shown that they have paid way lot less and have brand new refineries. So why not just get that money and upgrade this to world standard, or just build new refineries, So that's where we are right now. Meanwhile, with the commencement of the Port Harcourt refineries, stakeholders in the downstream sector said the price of fuel, which is over 617 litre, may drop. And that is the implication. So these are the stories we'll be looking at. Federal government stepping in to provide some sort of succor for transportation, land transporters, for railway transporters. You'll be getting absolutely free from now to 4th of January. Then the coming up of the Port Harcourt refinery actually heralds, what Nigerians have been really waiting for, most likely. Because we know we're seeing this now. We are being cautiously optimistic. But if it is actually true, because you don't have so much full details, that will coming. I'm sure more details will filter in, and we'll be talking about it. I really hope that they don't break down again. I hope that those monies that were released have actually gone into ensuring that these refineries will stay for the longest of time, and that production will continue, from now till forever, up until when we have new refineries, when we have private refineries. So it doesn't become a problem for us anymore. We're not talking about petrol or PMS or diesel or air jet fuel, with a lot of hardship and pain. It's a thing of the past where it's so available so that the price is no longer, a problem, and then inflation doesn't come biting these are the things we're really hoping for. And then, we have more stable economy as we also try to expand on the economy, not just to be a mono economy, but to also have, an expanded and bigger and growing economy every step of the way. So I would like to know what your take is on this afternoon. Please feel free. Call me. Like I said, I'm streaming live on YouTube. Join me there. Drop your messages. You can also check me up on Facebook and drop your messages while we go on with the show from now till about past 2 when we'll stop this discussion. So share your thoughts, your ideas on what you think the government can do to sustain the working of the refineries that are said to have kick-started, especially the Port Harcourt refinery. What can we do to keep this a sustainable development, and also what the federal government has done for the Yuletide and those who will be traveling this season? 0700 951 0000 and also 080 999-30137. I'd love to hear from you. Please make your comments short and straight to the point so we can take as many as we can. Hello.
It's a
Hello?
pertinent
Hello.
question, really.
Yeah, Barrister Swat, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah, compliment of the season.
Compliments of the season to you too. Thank you.
I'm traveling tomorrow.
Where are you going to?
I'm going to Osun State.
All right, that's good.
Can you give us the list of the transporters?
Yeah, I gave it earlier on. God is good. Chisco Transport, then Young Shall Grow, then God Bless Ezen Water, and then we also have Area Motor Transport.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Let me check Jabi if we can find them.
Yeah, so as quickly as you can, please go and book.
All right, thank you. Then on the issue of the refinery, I want to appreciate the federal government and keeping to their words, and let's pray that things will get much more better.
Mm-hmm.
We pray that God will help them. All that Nigeria need from them is sincerity of purpose. Nigeria are passing through a lot. Let them do more for us. This is Ojo, the next president. Thank you.
All right, Ojo. Thank you so much for calling. Hello.
Hello. Hello, Swat. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. This is Chris. I'm calling from Otako.
Okay, welcome, Chris. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. I think I want to quickly speak one small house where I live. My female matter today to share the Ketiko Nadomus.
Hey, God have mercy. Who is teaching you those kind of words? Hey, God. Oh.
You know, we now this federal government, there's something give us with mouth. You understand that? I'm not beating Atasa. If they do party, they will say to for God. This potato to refinery. If you not see and if you not reflect for the fuel, where are they buy? I don't believe this. For me to believe this government, honestly, if I believe this government, I can believe anything. That is by the way. Then the issue of transportation, what they have just done, I think from what you said, lofty promises, if underline that word, if they are kept, okay? Now, who says the transportation companies will also, I'm not trying to be pessimistic, I can be an optimist, of course, when I see truth. I was that way. Now, we got a report over time that this subsidy, there were people, especially the oil marketers, they connect with some officials of government, whether they report or they don't report, they just bring out the somebody approved, and then maybe there is nothing on ground. They just share the money among themselves. Who said these transportation companies cannot do the same thing? You know, they carry 100 people, and then they bring up 5,000 people list, and they connect with people, they sign money. Everything what they free for this country, my dear, not be small to you. I cannot believe it is still paradise.
All right.
I'm not prepared to travel. Not because they say 50% cut, I'll not carry my bag, I carry my monkey jacket, so I want to travel. I'll be risking my life. What about security? Because that's the paramount thing.
All right. Mr. Chris, sorry, we have to take this quick commercial. Thank you so much for your contribution.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Have a good day. Okay, let's stop for this commercial, and we'll be right back before you know it. Stay with us.
Let's talk on 95.1.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Hi everyone, my name is Swat. That's the name my father gave me, but you can always call me Her Vocal Majesty. I'm the host of The Sunny Side on 95.1 Nigeria Info. It takes place every weekday, noon to 3 p.m., where we get to have all the lovely contemporary conversations. If your days are normally long and gloomy, well, not anymore, because I'm here to make it all bright and sunny for you. So join me. It's an invitation. You don't want to miss out.
This is Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info. 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 This is Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info.
Knowing fully well that Nigerians travel at this time, they would want to go celebrate with family. So wherever you are, from Abuja, from Enugu, from Katsina, from Sokoto, Bayelsa, it doesn't matter, wherever you're going to, just go to any of these transport companies, GIG. Then you can also try Chisco, okay? Then apart from Chisco, God is good, all right? Then you can also check Young Shall Grow, God Bless Airs and Water, and then Area Motors. These are the transport companies that the government has a deal with, so you can go there, book, and you have your 50% rebate and all of that. So, yeah. And then the Port Harcourt refinery is said to have started. The capacity is 210,000 barrels. Remember when the federal government was making the promises through the Minister of Petroleum for State, and then also NNPCL GMD, they said that by December, we hope to see Port Harcourt refinery working. We've talked about that. We've asked questions. Now news is filtering in that production has started. They also said within the first quarter of next year, we should have the Warri refinery join the Port Harcourt refinery. And before the end of 2024, we should have Kaduna refinery back up and working. So this is the news today. Let's have your thoughts on any of the stories. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, sorry about that. Please join me on Facebook, join me on YouTube, drop your comments there. Thank you so much. And also leave it your messages on WhatsApp. Let's get to hear from you. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Your Excellency, Barrister Swat.
You're welcome.
Is that troublemaker still in the studio, or I should prepare our gang to come and pursue him?
Don't
he
mind
has left,
him.
ba?
He has left, yes. I drove him out.
If not, I don't they call our guys, they're Osilama them Salasi them.
Don't worry.
Well, I remember myself for Bakara Lake calling from PW Kuba at the moment. Congratulations to Nigeria. Congratulations to former President Muhammadu Buhari, who started the vision of trying to maintain our refineries and completing it by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But I have a question. Maybe when I drop my call, you can assist us. We have 2 refineries in Port Harcourt. We have the one for 60,000 per barrel refining capacity per day, and the other one is 150,000 per barrel refining capacity per day. The total 2 combined is 210 per barrel refining capacity. The one for 60,000 is the first refinery that was built, then followed by the 150,000 refining capacity. So we need to know which one have started so that we will know how to track their refining capabilities. We know in every barrel is about 159 or 160 liter, you understand, of PMS that is found in every one barrel. So we can be able to calculate and trace how many trucks should be leaving every day. So we need those important statistics. Which one? If it is the 2, then we know whatever we are going to do per day, we will multiply 160 liter times 210,000. We know that is the amount, and then divided by 33,000, which is the number of liter a tank, average tank carry. Then we will know how many trucks will be leaving per day. That is that on that.
Okay. Is that all?
50% off. Oh my goodness. I think I love that. And I hope they can extend it to other aspects like the food, so that those that are going to celebrate will at least have 50% discount for food. I heard some people already complaining, this is political, this is clinical. Very simple. Go and pay your full money and go. If you reach the train station, if they say it's free, insist that you will pay. Life is very simple. Life can be simple, it can be complex, and it can be difficult. The choice is yours. Choose the one that makes you happy. Simple.
Okay.
I don't carry my go.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Thank you so much. Indeed, we have 2 refineries, like you rightly said. But like we said, details are a bit sketchy. Yes. One has a 60,000 capacity and the other one, I think, 150. All right. There isn't the full detail. We're trying to get it, trying to work alongside, some of our correspondents and our reporters in Port Harcourt to get the full details right now as it is. So as that news comes in, but I mean, if we say 250, it means that both of them might be the ones that are working, because if you combine that, you made the calculations right yourself. So I am assuming it should be full, because if it were just the 60,000 capacity or the 150,000 capacity, it would have been stated. But the refineries, when you put the capacities both together, you find out that that's just about it, right? Okay, so we have 2 refineries in Port Harcourt, like you rightly said. We'll find out more. There'll be more details. I don't want to start telling you things that I do not have as facts. We stop people from doing that, so I wouldn't do that, right? But then if you put the maths together, you would realize that it could most probably be the 2 of them. Let's move on to more comments. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome.
Still from Maraba.
Okay, welcome.
Talking about the transport fare, please, if you find out people get the details. Like, I call God is Good Motors now. They say cap discount is only from Lagos, which is Gibon Park. That Abuja is now. That is God is Good Motors that has just confirmed. So most of these companies, they just do from locations all over the federation. The Abuja here, I'm just trying to get across the system. If there will be, most of the Nyanya, if they can cover Makurdi or down to Calabar. But as it is right now, most of them are not covering the whole country as compared to the discount. Thank you.
All right. Okay. I was actually expecting this. I was really expecting this, because when I heard the news earlier on, I was wondering, okay, where are the specific location? Is it all around the country? But you heard him. That was why I played that, so that you guys will all listen to what he said. I'm sure some of you followed up when he was making that announcement as at yesterday. There wasn't specific mention of this is where it's supposed to be, only Lagos to Abuja. They said they understand that Nigerians travel, so this is their own package for Nigerians this season, right? So there wasn't any specificity as to where to where. But when it comes to complication, I know we're very good at complicating things in this country. As some people would want to come in and bring in their own complications here and there. So as per whether it's from Lagos, I don't know. I really don't know. All we know is that this is what the federal government has said. So if you guys can push, if you have to take up on this and push it to the very last and find out, please do so. But this is what we know. This was what was announced to us. There wasn't any specification as to only Lagos to Abuja or only Abuja to Lagos. No, it was not said. So there we go. I don't know. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You're welcome. I can't hear you. You may have to call us back. Sorry, call us back. Our line isn't clear at all. Hello?
Hello, my sister Swat.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my sister. My name is Julius Moses Watchful.
Okay.
So let me ask you a question, please.
I can't hear you well.
If I come to your transport station now, say I'm going to that federal government say I shouldn't pay 10 naira. Is it possible?
Come again.
I come to your station. I come to your transport station now as a transporter. And federal government says that removing 50% discount from every transport. I mean, and you have a transport station. And I come. And I tell you that federal government says that removing 50% discount. Is it possible?
If they are part of the companies that the government have listed, why not?
No, because now they do not mention any company that's not mentioned.
No, just say you do not hear. How many times have I announced the companies here? You're not following up. Mr. Moses Mwachuku, we're announcing the companies here. We didn't say just go to any transport company. We told you. I've been putting it out so that you can get to hear as announced by Bayo Onaga. He revealed there are only 5 participating transport companies scheme. So you cannot go, for example, to a totally different company that is not on the list and then go and tell them you want 50 people. They'll be looking at you, are you okay? Okay, we said it's GIG, that is God is good. You have Chisco Transport, you have Young Shall Grow, you have God Blesses and Water, and you also have Area. Please let's listen to that and not come and start talking something out of context here. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon, Swat.
Good afternoon to you.
This is just calling in from Katampe.
Okay, welcome.
Yeah. The gesture for the transport is good, but I think we should learn how to do things thoroughly, even as a government.
Mm-hmm.
People are skeptical. You won't blame people for being skeptical. All this year, we've heard government do things that are not straightforward. The palliative, you remember, they said they were giving palliative. And at the end of the day, what were they giving to people? Noodles of rice and what have you. For me, I think, like transport issue, the government would have come with a clear amount that from so place to so place, this is the amount they are adding. And then they should have now said, okay, let's tie it to the NIN. For purpose of accountability, that's what I'm looking at. So that when you go, even if it means online, you can pay online and put your NIN number there. So that, okay, this person traveled from so place to so place. And then government specify the amount, not just making it vague. Have the price. What is the actual price that these companies are charging?
So hello, Mr. Joseph. You know why that can be possible? Because, for example, Abuja to Kogi or Abuja to Lagos is not the same price. So you know the price. You know what they charge normally. Or when you go to the transport and this is where you're going to, they will tell you, okay, it's 17,000, but 50% is this. Then they give it to you. Government cannot announce a certain price because they don't know the prices now. All they know is that you have a deal. So you go find out what's the actual price and then what's the 50% rebate that you get.
Okay, fine. Are they covering the whole? You find out that is it every part of the country are they covering? That's what I'm saying. So that people won't end up, okay, if I want to say, okay, I'm going to Cross River now, and I'll go. They said they don't have a vehicle going to Cross River. What do I do? Or I say I'm going to so place. So at the end of the day, you see that things. Some people would not be would not benefit fully from it. Yeah. It's only a set part. Okay, let's take for instance the train. It is more straightforward because it's a free ride, so anybody can go in. So there's no challenge in that. But when it comes to the one where you're collecting half the price, that is where the challenge is. That's why I'm saying that they would have touched it through from every angle, every possibility. That is the work of government. You think through situation, what are the possible outcome, what will be challenges and all that, and then you mitigate all those things. And then also you reduce the problem of corruption.
I agree with
which is what people are afraid of. You understand? Yeah. The issue of corruption is the citizens are more interested in accountability. So if you're doing it, you should do it so that it will be transparent, so that people will not suspect you.
All
That
right,
is the
Joseph.
way the government will end. That is the way the government will end trust of the people.
Thank you.
Without that, it will be difficult.
Thank you very much. Yep, I think you're making some very serious point. Very, very serious. If there's anything we need in Nigeria, is proper planning. Make some for everything. It doesn't matter. I'm not just talking about this. For everything. I mean, it's the same problem running into when we said fuel subsidy has been moved, or that this is a compulsory action like NIN registration. What could be the challenges? What would be the most loopholes? What would be the weaknesses? What would be strengths? How do we make it in a very systemic, organized way so that it's seamless? Process is seamless. So I think one of the problems we have in the country, planning. Adequate planning. Sometimes just announce this now. Already people are sending complaints. Okay, you've asked about this and they say we sent from Lagos to this. Did we think about that? Or is it the transport company themselves also that are trying to, play smart one on Nigerians? All of these things are very important that we're raising. But all we know is that, the questions that were asked, and if you can get that, just go listen to it and hear some of the questions that were asked. But what the government said is what we can and work with. And basically, that's it. Let's take more comments. Hello. We get to read the messages in a bit. Hello. Hello? All right, I think this person isn't available. Let me begin to read messages we have here, then I will come back to more calls, okay? This one says, hello, Vocal Majesty. I'm Virtue from Drive. So Tinubu is magnanimous and love Nigerians this much. Wow. Because free transportation for travelers traveling Christmas. So after they've traveled to their respective countrysides, what next? Where's the money they'd use throughout the duration period after when gone? Even the little they saved in the bank, they can't access it due to APC cashless policy. Let me ask, between subsidizing fuel and declaring free transportation fare, which one would have impacted the lives of the people more? Given the percentage of Nigerians traveling in a country of over 200 million people, with 130 of them living below poverty line, what happened to those who won't travel and can't access their hard-earned money they labored for? Need to mention millions who won't be able to afford common mudu of rice to and celebrate with their loved ones this Yule season. Even a secondary school economy knows subsidizing fuel, gas, kerosene, foodstuff, transportation, and inflation and insecurity would impact the people far better than this so-called transportation. I would have to stop there. Thank you, Mr. Okay, we move more messages that are piling up. We have to. This one says the reduction of transport fare is a good gesture from the federal government, but the number of road companies hired are not enough. For example, no provision for Abuja to Calabar, or Lagos to Ogoja, or Abuja to Makurdi. These routes are the routes for travelers going for Xmas, but are not covered. The government should have done more. Okay. Good afternoon, Swat. Wilson Emmanuel on transportation cost rebate. I don't know how the government is going to achieve that good gesture justifiably. These are my worries. It's difficult to regulate price on road transportation in Nigeria. Registered transport companies in Nigeria lack the capacity to respond to this huge demand considering the population. This is a wake-up call for the government to invest more in rail transport. It's easy to manage and good for coordinated mass transportation. Thank you. Okay, Banky Nutako said, Noel Jingles, Majesty, the luxury bus transporters should further give a rebate since there will be a deluge of travelers because of huge reduction in fares. Those riding the trains, lucky ones, and may God protect and bless their journeys. Yuletide greetings to all. Thank you, Mr. Banky. Right, this one says, good afternoon, Auntie Swat. They're making this transport rebate by federal government clear, but why restrict it to these 5 transport companies? I don't know. You can be sure that they can't care for the large or for the surge of masses wishing to travel. Let them include Peace Mass Transit, please, one of these transport companies. And why is not stated by the Minister of Transportation? Okay, yeah, because Bayo Nanuga later took the floor and announced those. As the head of committee, I think he made a general statement, and then Bayo now came down basics about the transport company. But if you ask me, I would honestly agree with you that is not enough. Those 5 companies, for a population of 200 Nigerians and more, that will be wishing to be traversing different parts of the country at this Yuletide, honestly, is grossly and I don't think it's every state you find these transport companies, even though I think they have a very widespread in terms of presence in most though, not every. So more can be done, if you ask me, and also the specificity of saying and emphasizing that it's to every part of the country, because already some people are saying that they're going to ask and they said, well, have the rebate when it comes to going from Uda to Ogoja, for example, Kaduna to Kebbi, or you want to travel from Sokoto and you want to go down to Bayelsa. How do you manage all of that? So it's kind of complicated. But same, good afternoon. I'm one of the Nigerians that have been asking about refineries. I appreciate President Tinubu's APC government, but I'm waiting to see a drop in the prices before I can celebrate. Same goes to the 50% reduction transportation fare. I'm going to get first-hand feedback from people. The above efforts are temporal. Let Tinubu buy buses and put on our roads. It was just as it was done by GEJ, Mr. Godwin from Area 11. As well, Marcus said from Kaduna, my take is on refinery production. That story is a big scam. Federman should stop lying to us. Okay, I don't know why you're saying that. But we move to this one from Chima. Now, Chima said, good afternoon, Her Vocal Majesty. I appreciate the politics of our president. He has dished out to the travelers this season. Why does our government give selected politics to few Nigerians? We need politics for all. If a refinery has constant production, congratulations to government for their words. I pray that this will be extended to other refineries. Chima from Apo. Then Innocent that how much is the agreed price with the transporters on each route to avoid unnecessary increment? Okay, then this one is from Paul West from Kubwa. He said, good afternoon and thank you very much for this information concerning refinery. I'm grateful and I'm giving thanks to former President Buhari and his men for this sincerity in the contract of the turnaround maintained. Paul West is the one who sent that message. Good afternoon, Swat. Gabriel from Kubwa. Is this transport palliative only for people traveling to the south? Because I don't hear any transport company operating to Benue State among listed. Okay, I don't know about that. Good afternoon, Swat. Congratulations to the federal government of Nigeria on refinery that is set working. If the report is anything to go by, I must really commend them. They should state it, but some people can be very funny. Must we condemn everything? I think we can only help government on how to go about, just like the way one of the brothers suggested, that condemn everything just because you hate the person, Oludade. People are just optimistic. I don't think it has to do with hating people. It's about the system that has kept on, raising hopes and not fulfilling promises. So you understand where Nigerians are. Pessimism, sometimes with the good intent, government announces policies, but before it trickles down to the people, middlemen, all the people entrusted to make it a seamless process, just ridicule the whole thing, and then it never sees the light of day. And people just keep becoming pessimistic, never trusting of the system. So until we have a situation where government says it and Nigerians feel the impact directly and can say, yes, indeed, then you cannot take away this mindset of pessimism, honestly. And don't blame people for that. People have saw it a whole lot. It's just like when you feel being deceived every time someone makes a promise to you. Recently, I had to take an action with someone who does that. Just keep talking lies. I just blocked off that. I was like, I don't have time for this sort of issue. Yeah, that kind of thing. So, yeah. All right, let's take on 3 messages, then come back to the phone lines. Good day, Worthy Nigeria Info, and my sister, Dr. Ahmed from London. You said it's really the best news of the year to hear that the Port Harcourt refinery is now working. However, we may need more information about this positive, exciting development. The federal government should tell us where it is the only one or both of them that are now working. People are already insinuating this because of the tense political state in Rivers State that is responsible for good news. Compliments of the season and God save Nigeria. And Nigeria Info. Thank you so much, Dr. Ahmed. Compliments to you, sir. From NDBC Ejiogu from Urban Market, you said, why is this government always bringing policies that are prone to manipulating this 50% reduction in transport fare? Is liable to Gomago. If they can reduce the price of fuel, it will make more sense so that every traveler will benefit. Right, I'll take this one, then come back to the phones. But Daniel said, please, I want to appreciate the government for reducing transport fare and for the PH refinery. It's a good move. It's for the last, so yeah, okay. Let's take on this caller. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Swat.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. It's Chigo calling.
Okay, Chigo, welcome.
Yeah, well, let me start saying that the network is...
Hello.
The network here is very bad. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
I said the network in my area here is very bad. I don't know what real network is in over here.
Okay, sorry about
I can't access the network. Just my go. Yeah, secondly, on issue of that transportation,
Yes.
Well, let me say that they could have, extended it to January, not extend it more than what they ended it in January 1st. They should have extended it maybe like January 8th or 10th. January 4th, some people still at home now. If you enter, okay, January the 2nd, 3rd, on the 4th, that will be too much now. Please, and they should monitor it. The government should monitor this. They should monitor it. If not, these companies, they will not be bringing vehicle. They will not be bringing vehicle and buses. I'm telling you, maybe now government pay them for that 50%. And I believe that's what the government will have paid them for that 50%. And they will not be bringing vehicle if they cannot see us. Because government cannot just go and drive to the devil, not for them just like that. So they might also pay the 50%.
Okay. Thank you.
That's what I believe on my own. Yeah, let them monitor it.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate. Let's take more callers. Hello.
Hello, my lady.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Minka John.
Okay.
Yes, in the words of the first President Muhammadu Buhari, what do Nigerians really want? You do this, they complain. You do that, they complain.
Hello.
I mean, as state government, for once, if they do.
Hello.
Yes. Can you hear me, Swat?
Yes, I think I can hear you now. What's happening to your line?
Yes.
What's going off?
Sorry, I don't know.
Okay.
So, let them accept this offer given government. If you have your money, go to the park.
All right. Okay. Let's take on more callers. Call back as much as you can.
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Welcome.
Yeah,
Compliments of the season to you too.
Yeah, this is Luka calling from Buhari.
All right, let's hear you.
About the transportation price comes down, my sister. It's another way of tricking Nigerians. But they know what we want. It to not to work. But they ask, decide of giving to governors and the minister. If we are 200 people in Abuja, share 1 million for each family through bank transfer. Do you need to borrow to travel? If I put 1 million, it's travel to everybody's house from the 5 billion. How do we borrow to travel? How can I pay travel for me? 5 billion for one state on the vice minister. How many are we in Abuja? I was also 200 million for 1 million each. How much we rent? Is it going to go to a quarter of the money? This is paying transfer for people in the spend. If you are checked transfer 1 million, suppose your money almost simply without nobody assisting you. It's a scam. And you are RTW. It's a way to compensate MCO. That is it. Thank you.
Okay. But it's not even realistic. What are you asking for them to do? If you had a more responsive government that's after collecting the 5 million, they are able to put in things in place that will make life a little more easy and help, with ease of movement, prices of food here and there. It's not even possible. Nobody will give you 1 million naira in this country. True. I don't think it will ever happen. Yeah. Hello? Hello? Okay, drop call there. It didn't go through. Let's read some more messages as we begin to round up. It's already 1:57. Good afternoon, SWAT. You know that I'm not supporting this government APC because of their anti-people policies. They offered Nigerians for more than 8 years and still counting. But this move by Tinubu and his government is a development for the benefit of many Nigerians. As I type, I am about to carry out my investigation and found out that it's true. Yes, the price of transportation has been slashed by all the transport firm listed by them. Like Cisco, Young Shall Grow, and God is Good. I went to all of them, and it's true, and people are trooping and are happy. I can see some smile on their faces. You said Tinubu has done the unthinkable and unimaginable. This one, nice one from, okay. You said this is what they call good governance because at least half bread is better than none. Swat, I repeat, Tinubu has done well on this, although I'm not beneficiary. I'm not a beneficiary because I vote by air for my safety. Okay. Thank you so much for that. Someone is testifying that he has carried out an investigation. So rather than saying scam, why don't you go find out and then report back to us? Let's do that. I would go around and ask, and I would give you reports by tomorrow by God's grace. So let's all go out. I understand the pessimism, but as much as it's understandable, please make a step. And I recommend you, Obedient Emeka, for taking the step too. We know he's a critic of the government and he's coming out to say they've done well. Then that means he must have seen it with his eye. So go find out, and then you can have a talk about based on facts, not necessarily because you just want to condemn it from the comfort of your home. Okay? Do it and let's talk. Fresh Prince from Wuse 2 said, hi, Malisha Swat, the Queen of Airwaves, talking about the Christmas 50% discount. Well, it's a welcome development. On the other hand, let it not be audio disc, just like the 5 billion stuff to all the states. You said another one is this, from one location to what location? I think he's just playing a smart one. There should be power planning and good information. Who is the current Minister of Information? I can remember him giving information in regards to where the government is headed. Okay, Fresh Prince from Wuse 2 is sending that message in. We have other messages. Let me see. In a bit, we'll be running off for commercial. Let's do that and then come back and talk more before we round up.
This is Sunny Side on 90.
This is Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info.